game.
He's like, I'm real with it. I'm real with it.
Yeah.
So, nah, that's what's up. So when you're playing, do you tend to like to play with friends in the social environment, or sometimes you just want to lock in where it's just you and you're playing? You're just playing a game, whether it's online or just like a strategy role play game.
I prefer more games that I could play with others. Like
Okay.
I remember, I think it was Black Ops 2,
Mhm.
where you were able to do the story mode with 4 people, and they
Yes.
never brought it back. It's like, like World War Z, those kind of games where you're yelling, you're like, "Yo, man, get this guy in the corner, yo, this arm is getting me, pick me up." Like I think that's like the fun part of video games.
Hmm.
Um, and it does help me kind of get my mind off of things as well. Like, okay, I had a long day at work, and as much stuff as I do, I'm like, all right, I just need something to take my mind off it. So I'll get on 2K, cut jokes with my boys. Um, and then, you learn each year how you're gonna get ready for the next year. Like I already know they're gonna take 100 and something dollars out of my pocket in
Right.
2K25. I mean 12, 2K26 technically.
Okay. Okay. Now, 2K, is that like your current game that you're really locked into, that you're playing all the time?
Yeah, that's the one because you have these builds and then you have something called the rec. So I grew up playing basketball,
Yeah.
and I would love to get back into it. But my mind hasn't told my body, hey, you're not 19, 20 years old and you can't dunk anymore. You know what I mean?
Got you.
So I'll probably run a game and go crazy like I was 19, and then I pulled something, I'm hurting for months. So I have to figure out when I do get back into it to kind of go at a slow pace. So because of that, I'm on 2K a lot. It kind of reminds me of like when I actually was able to play every day.
Got you. So who is your team in 2K, and why do you play with them?
So I don't necessarily have a team. The thing about
Okay.
2K is you have what they call MyCareer,
Okay.
and you make your own character. And I like how the engineering behind this year is, well, in the past couple of years they've gotten much better because you're kind of have more free reign of how you're going to develop your character. So for example, I made a center and he's called a versatile enforcer.
Yeah.
And the reason why he got that title because he can do almost anything. He can play defense and he can shoot threes. And then when he's in the paint, he's dunking. And then, but there's times when people need you to play a different position, so you have to make another character. So I made another a point guard because when we play the rec, and we're playing against people online. So this
Right.
this is so I'm with my boys, 5 of us against
Okay.
5 random people, and we want to win. And then it gets competitive. Pass the ball, yo, bro, that was a dumb shot.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That kind of situation. So that's the like that. And then with 2K, it's a money grab for them because
Okay.
before you could play a couple of games and have enough what they call VC, virtual currency, and
Yep.
build your character and then go on to a next one. Now they're doing everything to make you spend money. Like as soon as I load into the game, I have to press the back button twice so that I don't actually accidentally purchase something because a pop-up menu pops up,
Mm.
which is annoying.
Yeah. Yeah. They try to get you.
Yeah.
So I've tried NBA 2K. I'm terrible at it. I mean, I can't shoot for nothing. I mean nothing. I
Yeah.
tried moving the joystick slow. I tried moving it fast. I tried releasing it.
Yeah.
Wait till it gets green. Can't make any shots. But you kind of brought up a very interesting point because since I never really get past the shooting part, I only thought that 2K was just like you got the Knicks versus the Cavaliers or something like that.
Yeah.
But when you're talking about the rec, it seems as if it's a comparison for me because I'm a first person shooter and I know you are too. We're going to get into that. It's going to be my playground.
Yeah.
But it's like an open world, right? You get there, you're playing against a whole bunch of characters, but it seems like NBA 2K kind of paralleled that in a basketball world to where if I wanted to go down the street to ball with my boys to the park and there's a couple of guys there, we can get in on a game. And in that regard, like it's always exciting because if you play the Knicks versus Cavaliers, right? You know who the players are, you have an idea what to expect, how good they are. Is that kind of what leads you to more play in the rec aspect of NBA 2K?
So the thing about it, you have various modes within 2K. So you can
Okay.
do a park mode where you can just go and just play against random people in the park. You have something called a theater, which is the same kind of concept, but 3-on-3. They have something called a proving ground. So if you want to play somebody 1-on-1, you can.
Wow.
2-on-2, you can. 3-on-3, and then 5-on-5. And then with that, so let's say you do want to play with the Knicks, you could take your my player,
Uh-huh.
and I forgot what it's called, but there's a specific mode where you could take your my player and join the Knicks and play against somebody online and be like, all right, and then you only control your player. You can't control the rest. The rest are AI. And then you're
Wow.
going against somebody who has his one player,
Yeah.
his teammates are AI. So
That's
it's
cool.
it's pretty cool. I mean, I this year they stepped up immensely, and it shows because like people who don't know the game of basketball, they're like, oh, the game sucks. It's like, no, they made it more realistic. So
Right, 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 right.
shots that you were able to make last year, you're not able to make them. But again, which leads to cheating because a lot of people
Mm,
have something called a Zen.
okay.
So because they can't shoot, now they buy this device, they get it from Amazon, and automatically it makes them shoot the green. But 2K is trying to like do things where it alters your shot every other couple of games, the
Wow.
timing of it, so that it can kind of try to trick the Zen. But I mean, the more you understand your shot and how you play, you're gonna make your shot.
Wow, wow, you really locked in. So I know 2K, it's a big game and it made a lot of progress in terms of bridging the NBA with 2K. What do you think of the 2K series and the career opportunities that are afforded where you can get drafted and be playing for a virtual professional team in NBA 2K?
I think that's pretty cool. I mean, I think some people they kind of like let it go to their heads in a sense where it's like, they're good at the game and it's like, this is just a game. You're not part of the 2K league. And if you are,
Right.
then that's a whole nother topic. But it used to be years ago, and unfortunately, there's a viral clip going around.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if you saw it. It's a white guy and a black guy. They're like in a room and they in a physical crazy fight because
What?
of a game of 2K. So
Wow.
it can get competitive like that. I mean, I know some people where I play with, they tend to get a little emotional at times. And I'm like, bro, this is just a game. I'm not sponsored by 2K. I'm
Right.
just play my game, get better, and hang out with my boys online in the comfort of my own home.
No, that's a very interesting fact. I think as big as it got with NBA 2K, I believe the gaming community in some regards is still trying to adapt to that realism, right? If there's a real chance to play for a professional team, uh, such as NBA 2K League, I can see people's emotions, getting raised, because
Yeah.
it could be a competition. So, that's cool. But I want to shift gears, and what I
Okay.
want to shift gears to is you briefly mentioned Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Call of Duty just dropped Black Ops